Good morning, guys. Wanted to start with Genesis chapter 1, and it starts out, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, 'Let there be light.' And there was light. And God saw that the light was good." I like light. Light is good. "Then he separated the light from the darkness." So there was light and darkness, and they weren't separated. God called the light day, and the darkness night. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters, to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth." Waters everywhere. And that is what happened. God made this space to separate the waters of the earth from the waters of the heavens. God called this space sky. And evening passed and morning passed. And evening passed and morning came, marking the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place so dry ground can appear." And that is what happened. I love how every time he speaks, it happens. I wish I could get to that place where I speak and it happens. I'm learning to speak things out a whole lot more. God called the dry ground land and the waters seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plant, and trees that grow seed-bearing fruit. The seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came." And that is what happened. Imagine that. The land produced vegetation, all sorts of seed-bearing plants, and trees with seed-bearing fruit. Their seeds produced plants and trees of the same kind, and God saw that it was good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the third day. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, days, and years. Let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth." And that is what happened. Imagine that. God made two great lights, the larger one to govern the day and the smaller one to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set those lights in the sky to light the earth, to govern the day and night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the fourth day. Then God said, "Let the water swarm with fish and other life. Let the skies be filled with birds of every kind." So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that scurries and swarms in the water, and every sort of bird, each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Let the fish fill the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." And evening passed, and morning came, marking the fifth day. Then God said, "Let the earth produce every sort of animal, each producing offspring of the same kind, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and wild animals." And guess what? That's what happened. Woohoo! God made all sorts of wild animals, livestock, and small animals, each able to produce offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make human beings in our image, to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, all the wild animals on the earth and the small animals that scurry along the ground. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Then God blessed them. Oh, I love the blessings of God. Are they not amazing for you and I? You and me? I think you and me is proper. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground." Then God said, "Look, I've given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth and all the fruit trees for your food. And I have given every green plant as food for all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. Everything that has life." And that is what happened. God prepared all of it ahead of time for us. He didn't make us and then say, "Oh, wait a minute, I got to fix some things for you. I got to find you some food and find animals." And he didn't say that. He went ahead and did it all properly and in order. Then God looked over all he had made, and 3 guesses what he said? Or what he saw? Then God looked over all he had made, and he saw that it was not just good, it was very good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the 6th day. All creation. I love it. I love reading through Genesis. So I'm going to take it chapter by chapter and just kind of meditate on it and see the wonders that we have kind of taken for granted since we were kids, because we hear all these stories as children, but we don't go back to them a whole lot. So I want to read through them again. And that was chapter 1. Tune in next time for chapter 2. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.